I think I owe it to my mum. She was hassling me to go for these free mammograms, and basically just to get her off my back, I finally consented to go for one, and that's when they picked it up.
I was at home and it was the ad on TV, and I thought, whoops, over 45, I think I should go. I'd never had a mammogram, and it was the first mammogram that diagnosed my breast cancer.
I couldn't feel it. It was just picked up on the screen.
I was asleep and that's how I felt it, thinking it was a dream. And then actually a month later, having felt it again, I realised then that it wasn't a dream a month.
I found the lump, and I'd had a routine mammogram in the September. Subsequently, I found out that the type of cancer I have isn't detectable with a mammogram anyway, so even if I'd have had another mammogram, it wouldn't have shown either.
I actually found a lump in my breast, so I went to my doctor and he didn't seem convinced. Within 3 weeks, I think, I was having my mammogram, and that was inconclusive. On the same day, I actually had an ultrasound as well, and that was inconclusive as well. And I said, no, it's not right. I'm sure that it's more than just a fibrous cyst or something. I knew there was something there. So luckily for me, they set me on to have an MRI. Then the MRI showed something.
I felt a lump. I looked at it, and it was more of a dimple. And my mother had the same experience. So I thought, this is interesting.
In the shower, having a tub up as usual in the morning, found this little lump on my right breast. I thought, well, that wasn't there yesterday. And a couple of days later, it sort of grew to the size of a golf ball.
I discovered a thumbprint type mark under my breast, and I knew it shouldn't be there. So it went from there, really.
It was late evening. I was preparing to go to bed, so brushing my teeth, having a wash and that type of thing. And I felt a really unusual pain through my chest. I looked in the mirror and thought, maybe I'm having a heart attack. And I thought, no, that pain was really unusual. So I did a self-examination and found the lump.
I noticed my right breast just got really, really itchy, and I couldn't figure out why, and it was just itchy all over it, and it was just driving me nuts itchy. And I actually put it down to washing powder residue in my bra because I figured that that's what it was. My breast started aching a bit, but again, I was 45, it was that time of the month. I just thought it was my hormones.
I did find the lump myself and went along to my doctor, and he straight away said to me that we needed to get it checked out. And waiting for the mammogram, that was probably just before Christmas, and I went away for the Christmas holidays and got quite sick one evening, and my whole breast got really badly inflamed and my whole side was almost paralysed. And we came home and went straight back to the doctor again, and then they rushed the mammogram through and discovered it on the mammogram.
Went to get ready for bed that night, took my bra off, and my breast was big, red and funny looking. And by funny looking, I mean it was really puffy. It was red over almost all of it. The bit around my aureole was all puckered and raised, and my nipple had inverted. And this was just in the course of the day.
Went to have the mammogram, not really thinking there'd be anything nasty there. And it became apparent on the day that there was something not right.
He said, well, I've got some good news and some bad news for you. The bad news is you've got breast cancer, and the good news is that I can do it for you on Thursday. And I said, do what? And he said, give you a mastectomy.
Well, my doctor straight away didn't even examine me. He just said, no, I want you to go to for a mammogram, which I did. Then I went for a biopsy, and that revealed, obviously, they didn't tell me at the time, but then I had an appointment with the surgeon on the 17th of December 2002. So at 2:30 that afternoon, I found out I had breast cancer.
The core biopsy was not a pleasant experience.
It just about set me through the roof. With a needle about that long.
But to me, it actually looked like the pictures you see of liposuction on TV. And because I had really big boobs at that stage, I made a joke about, can you do some liposuction while you're in there?
And those little core tissues, they're about 2 or 3 centimetres long and they're little curly, and they just pull it out and put them into a vial. And those little tissues are quite important pieces of tissue, yeah.
The discussions were that I would move into, the next step would be chemo, and then the next step was radiation. So we did talk about the steps, what was going to happen next.